Now today, we are reading from a book called Breatharian, Easy and Effortless, Become One by Emilio Chalita. So shout out to Emilio Chalita for writing this book. Blessings to you as we're taking a look. So much love to you. Thank you for joining. So we start with the dedication. This book is dedicated to you, hoping that it might bring more happiness, love, joy, peace, and health into your life, making you stronger, conscious, empathic, careful with other beings, and help develop a deeper connection with life, allowing this journey to be kind, positive, and lovely. I hope it will help the future generations, especially the kids, that are yet to come into the world and will benefit humanity for many years. Introduction. If you are reading this, it is assumed that you are interested in learning the Breatharian lifestyle. Breatharianism, or Inedia, is a practice involving yoga, meditation, breathing, and other activities to absorb ambient energy and turn it into nutrients. This allows you to fast for very long periods of time, with little to no food or water needed for energy and sustenance. Breatharianism is a very freeing experience. It involves nourishing the body with chi and prana energy by breathing, which is believed to be the life force of all people. Not only is breath considered to be the essence of life, under the Breatharian practice, it is said to have all of the life-sustaining elements needed by the body for a healthy, peaceful, and harmonious life. It is proven to deepen the connection with the planet and its elements to allow you to live solely off of life force. As you read, you will find that there are two separate parts to becoming Breatharian. The first is the dieting lifestyle, which must be followed closely and carefully to avoid adverse reactions from your body. The second part is spiritual enlightenment and being in a place where you are able to accept prana, the life force, into your body. You will also find a bonus chapter included at the end of this book that will briefly touch on some of the energies and experiences like telepathy that have been experienced by a select few practicing Breatharianism. I would like to congratulate you and wish you the best experience as you begin your spiritual journey in the Breatharian practice. Now, just letting you know, full disclosure, this is my very first time reading this book, so we're reading this together, okay? I have not touched it. This is the first time I've laid eyes on it, so I'm as interested as you are. We are following this journey together. Chapter 1, How to Become Breatharian, the Diet. As you begin this chapter, it is important to remember that you do not want to start fasting for the practice of Inedia right away. You will not be able to achieve the final stage of Breatharianism without a great deal of spiritual development. Work on your spiritual self first, and when you are ready, you will have an easier time lighting or eating habits until you finally find your self-sustaining on the breathing of your spirit with prana energy. The connection between fasting and your spiritual development. Christianity, Judaism, Islam, Hinduism, and Buddhism are just some of the religions around the world that practice fasting as a means of spiritual development. In this section, you will learn more about this belief. When you fast, it is believed that stop taking in food and take in spiritual enlightenment instead. So when you fast, it is believed that you stop taking in food and take in spiritual enlightenment instead. The practice of fasting separates the physical nourishment that we take in from the spiritual nourishment, so that we can become more aware of the way that spiritual food nourishes our bodies. The process of fasting takes us away from the physical bonds that hold us to this world, namely food. During this time, you ignore the physical cravings of your body and strive towards fulfilling your spiritual goals instead. Inedia also follows this practice. As you deny your physical cravings and your bonds to the physical world, your spiritual connection with the life force will grow. To do this is very important to increase the chi and prana energy life force that enters your body. You will become sensitive to the energy around you and channel the life force through your body consciously. This might sound difficult at first, but with practice, in the exercises, and becoming aware of the life force energy, you will be able to tap into it. To accomplish this, you will experience a transformation in your life, alchemy in oneself. How to eat like a breatharian. While the typical practice of fasting involves abstaining from food for a predetermined length of time, breatharians follow the practice of nourishing from prana energy as a means of existence, by enjoying life and unifying their entire self with the universe, in a loving process that has no sacrifice involved. Cutting your diet. The proper way to begin breatharian eating habits is to slowly cut back on the amount of sustenance your body is receiving. If you begin to fast by just eliminating food, you are likely to have health problems as your body goes into starvation mode. This is different from the practices used for more traditional fasting, because it prepares your body to sustain itself using life energy indefinitely. Remember, however, that this diet must be accompanied by your dedication to achieving spiritual enlightenment in order to be able to take in life energy prana as nutrients. Please open your mind to the understanding that the most important process of becoming breatharian is the enlightenment of the body, emotions, mind, and soul. So not just at a cellular level, but a soulular level. The eating habits will automatically change easily and effortlessly. For this to occur in your own life process, please practice the breathings to increase your chi and prana energy life force, and also follow the proper mindset, lifestyle, described in the recommended steps to help you develop a spiritual journey within yourself. Read the complete book and also practices the breathing exercises for 1 month before you start changing your eating habits. Step 1, vegetarian health foods. The first step is to cut meat out of your diet, relying solely on vegetarian sources for your nutrients. This is usually an easy first step to take, because it does not cut out many of the nutrients that your body is accustomed to in order for survival. Vegetarianism also gives you the opportunity to reduce your food intake, but not in a way that is so drastic that you will suffer physical consequences because of it. Step 2, raw foods. After your body has adjusted to vegetarianism, it is time to cut out any processed foods from your diet. Some of your main food sources will include fruit and nuts and vegetables, though you can prepare them the way that you would like. Step 3, raw liquid foods. This is the last step where you will be eating fruits and veggies. For this diet, you will mostly be eating pressed juices, tea, and water. Now, I like the way he says you will be eating juices. It reminds me of Nicholas Pilart's. He talks about, regular food and liquid food. He's like, yeah, we eat food, but it's just liquid food. It's interesting. Eating juices. I remember somebody was watching Nabiha drink tea and drink something, and they said, you eat your juices, don't you? She said, when you drink, you're like tasting your juices. She was like, really? I do that? She was like, yeah, you eat your liquids. I was like, oh, okay. Supplement with alkalized, ionized water. Once you are accustomed to a raw liquid food diet, your body will have reached the highest level of preparedness involving actual foods. At this stage, you will feel everything more around you. And if you decide to use energy sources, chi, prana, to sustain yourself without any physical food. When you reach this point, it's recommended to drink ionized water from time to time. This living water is able to neutralize acidic toxins and also flush them out of the body, helping you to adjust to any change in altitude, humidity, pressure, or cities with low frequencies that carry a lot of stress, environments, which is one of the common problems that the body faces when you attempt to become a complete pranic being. Drinking water will help aid and cleanse the body, improving your body's ability to only sustain itself with nourishment from pranic sources. Energy sources after achieving a breatharian state. Once you have reached the spiritual state where you are able to absorb life source as nutrition for your body, you will find that there are a number of places that you can reach out to for life force. This includes nature and sunlight, mental energies, celestial beings. In the next chapter, we will teach you the practices for absorbing your life energy while practicing Breatharianism. A few cautions before you begin. You should note that becoming a Breatharian is an easy and effortless process. I see what you're doing here. And the foundations are your spiritual evolution. The steps are simple, especially with an open mind. The process as a whole should be looked at as a journey. Let me say that one more time. The process as a whole should be looked at as a journey. You do not want to make progress too quickly, especially if you are currently eating a normal diet. Finding the right process for you is the key. Feeling comfortable and enjoying the process is essential. If you find that you are losing excessive amounts of weight very quickly, or are feeling symptoms like dizziness, irritability, memory loss, loss of strength, you are probably moving too fast. If you ignore these symptoms, it can lead to electrolyte imbalance, dehydration, a buildup of toxins in the blood called uremia, kidney failure, stroke, coma, or even death. The enlightening path to achieving Breatharianism should not be one that makes you suffer, so rethink your approach if you find yourself experiencing any of these symptoms. Please slow down and adjust your process to be a loving experience for your body and spirit. I felt like that was one of those commercials, when they prescribe a medication and they say, they list out all of the little, at the end of it. Also, you're like, what was that? Interesting. While there are many people across the world practicing different techniques to incorporate this lifestyle successfully, some achieve this state indefinitely, and others may fast for long periods before taking in sustenance. Even some of the most advanced and revered yogic or spiritual leaders must take in sustenance from ionized water or even small meals from time to time. With this in mind, remember to always treat yourself gently. Do not rush. The importance of this journey is to enjoy life and the options we have around us to be happy. In the next few chapters, you will learn about the Breatharian lifestyle and tips to help you sustain yourself through the fasting of several techniques. All right. And that concludes chapter 1. So thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for listening. That was chapter 1 of Breatharian, Easy and Effortless. by Emilio Chalita. And we will see you next time. We'll continue on chapter 2. And much love to you. Thank you so much for listening. Share this with somebody who needs to hear it. Keep the grateful, thankful spirit. These are just, a few wisdom from the ages, from some of today's modern sages. This has been Jerome Shaw once again with the Pranic Pages.